the 22-yard line. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook. Now second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 31, Burrow. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. The Lions had 3 and 8 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars 36. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They got 29 yards that time.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, Running corner routes can be tough on him because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Touchdown! Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early and give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. An option handoff given to Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Murray's throw there, caught by Gallup. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Play fake. Murray. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Michael Gallup, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to... And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. 21-0 our score after 1.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
11,
Burrow, he's going to keep it on the option. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expecting to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Caught by Jones. And the ball is knocked out, and the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2nd down and 8. From the gun, Murray. The slant connects with Devontae Adams. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And some room to maneuver. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So Their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Burrow. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have now allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 22. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And he's got some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the option left, it's Burrow. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Joe Burrow, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Jaguars first down.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. To try again after the sack. And he's going to go down again. Now another timeout called for by the offense. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Flushed out right.
And he will slide down, but a penalty marker down. And this may be all for naught.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. First down. Here's Burrow.
Left side to Lamb. And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
And they run with Harris off the option.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw on 2nd and 6, Burrow. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Burrow.
Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The kick by Marr is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Murray. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray steps away. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble in 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there, because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
127 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football.
Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Trey McBride from 6 yards away. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25. Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Now he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trey McBride with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Jaguars extend their lead yet again.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
That's good for the Lions.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On the option left, it's Burrow. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
11, 12, 11, empty.
On the draw, it's Harris. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is going to have the Lions 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Burrow looking to pass. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Tommy Trimble, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Taken in at the 3. Johnson, it's poke free. Football's out. And the Lions have recovered.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Burrow's throw taken in by Ridley here. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 20-yard line.
Harris running straight ahead. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Tommy Trimble, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 143 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run a draw now with Hubbard.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Right back to Hubbard.
Evades him at the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Chuba Hubbard, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He'll find Jones again, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Man open, here is Jones. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Caught on the slant. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Calvin Ridley, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Lions get a bit closer. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
From the end zone, it's Dearness Johnson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jags, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.